into this important event. The presence and support of the Honorable Minister of Education is equally appreciated. We value his key roles in ensuring that the government fulfills our financial obligations to the University of Nigeria. I equally acknowledge respectfully the presence of our guests, graduates, and very erudite scholars from across the nation who have braved the obstacles of our time to grace this occasion. To the visiting Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellors, Council members, distinguished professors from within and outside the university, deans of faculty and of schools, directors of institutes and centers, heads of department and unit, and other academic as well as non-teaching staff of the University of Nigeria and other universities and academic institutions who have gathered in goodwill for this 48th convocation of the university. I loudly salute you all. I'm equally grateful to all manners of friends and relatives who have come to give warmth and support to the beneficiaries of today's prestigious event. For the 48th time in our 58-year-old march through history, the University of Nigeria celebrates another milestone in the appreciation of academic excellence, contributions to research and learning, and contributions to the development of humanity and society. In universities all over the world, convocations ceremonies are very happy occasions where the sweat, the toils, and sacrifices of worthy graduates who made these contributions are grandly celebrated. The University of Nigeria is a proud brand and enabler of this your lifelong seal of achievement. A big congratulations to you, the graduates. As you go into the world where the challenges are rising, make very frantic efforts to put your seals of achievement to good use. Embody the boldness to dare to make changes, yet have the kindness and enkindle humanity. Above all, be worthy and proud ambassadors of your alma mater, and keep in touch. And when your circumstances do permit, do not hesitate to give back to your alma mater and society. I congratulate the awardees of the honorary degrees and professors emeriti. Your avalanche of contributions to human development, research, and knowledge is well recognized and highly regarded. You are the beacons of excellence and human advancement in our time, and that is the exact reason why you will continue to be needed to lead the way. This means that you are invited to help in reinvigorating, re-energizing, and reinventing the tonic of our dear University of Nigeria. The University of Nigeria Governing Council and the University Administration yearn for more of your contributions to the pool of research efforts especially as members, and we hope you will always answer when we call on you. I will not end this address without mentioning our utmost gratitude to the federal government of Nigeria for the provision of enabling environment for the university to run smoothly, and to the visitor to the University of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his upright and dogged leadership, which gives many hope of a better future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are welcome to the 48th Convocation of the University of Nigeria. Thank you all for listening, and may the good Lord bless you all.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, my lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor, most respectfully, to invite the Honorable Chancellor, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Adeyeye Enito Babatunde Ogunwusi, Ojaja II, the most respected and revered Ooni of Ife, to address the convocation, sir.
The visitor to the university, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Honorable Minister of Education, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, members of the national and state legislators here present, the Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, members of the University of Nigerian Governing Council, other Vice Chancellors here present, the Vice Chancellor of University of Nigeria, the only university that is University of Nigeria. Deputy Vice Chancellors and Principal Officers of the University, my Lord Spiritual and Temporal, Your Royal Highnesses, esteemed guests of the University, members of the University Senate, the distinguished academic and administrative staff, their alumni of the University of Nigeria, great lion and lionesses. I'm not hearing you well. Great lion and lionesses. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, you're most welcome to this remarkable exercise that has come again in due time. After the last edition a year ago, precisely December 2, 2017, I appreciate the sacrifices you've made, shelving many important responsibilities and appointments to be with us on this occasion. On a special note, I welcome the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Minister of Education, and other important dignitaries who found time to be here in this hall. On behalf of the University of Nigeria, I heartily and sincerely welcome all of you. It is important to reiterate that the University of Nigeria, being irrespective of exceptional teaching and learning, functions like a family, fostering desirable unity and true nationality while restoring the dignity of man. As you can experience it, I am from the southwestern part of the Nigerian and a Yoruba monarch, and as the Chancellor of the only University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in Igbo land. We're happy that humans are valued and highly by what their brains can offer, and no longer by such other parameters which breed isolation and separation. The University of Nigeria, in her commitment to community development and advancement of humanity, under the dynamic leadership of Professor Benjamin Chukwuma Ozumba, continually produces first-class academics and identifies and honors superlative achievers who stop at nothing to impact humanity and the society with their invaluable creativity. It is in this spirit of continuity that this 48th convocation for the conferment of postgraduate diplomas, higher degrees, professor emeriti, and honorary degrees is contrived. The graduates and awardees today have proved the scholarly and professional method in their callings and chosen areas of service to humanity. Our university will continually cherish constructive ideas and contributions that perpetuate our competence, project our resourcefulness, and consolidate our global vicinity. The iconic strides of University of Nigeria will forever bestride our thoughts and our creativity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for consistent presence and support for all our programs and projects. In conclusion, I urge all the graduates of higher degrees and diplomas, honorary awardees, never to relent in being good ambassadors of this great university. To you, professors emeriti, I congratulate you for the high academic feats you've achieved, and also request you to continually and dedicatedly play elderly mentorship role to the younger academics of the university. On a very lighter note, I will not leave this podium by not giving honor to whom honor is due. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. This will be his last convocation ceremony he will be having with us in this great institution, and we should give honor to whom honor is due. He's been a very forthright, very energetic, very goal-getter, very forward-looking Vice Chancellor of this great institution. We do not want you to go. Unfortunately, the statutory requirement will actually let you go. But we will forever remember all the good works you have actually done and you are still doing for the university. On this note, I want us to all rise and dedicate this university song to our amiable professor, the Vice Chancellor of this university, that has done and did very wonderfully well so far and is still doing for this great university. The university means song, please.
University of Nigeria, my alma mater. Rejoice for the sake of truth, where young men and women do seek for knowledge. Rejoice for the sake of knowledge, where the nation's potentials do brood in the nest. For excel on our brains can true. Elders rejoice for the times are weak. My alma mater, my alma mater. Noble are my roots and my ideals, and great my soul in science and in art, in all the rest of living thoughts of life. Helva City of Nigeria, my alma mater. Rejoice for her long the verse that the thoughts excited and saw green hills. Hail the city of our glory, the pride of our land. Hail and rejoice, for the light will shine. Hail the birth city for excel, Lord, our dreams stand true. Hail and rejoice, for the chains are laid. My alma mater, noble are thy looks and thy eyes and great art thou, and signs and in heart, and all the rest of living thou art. My alma mater, noble are thy looks and thy eyes and great art thou, and signs and in heart. In honor and glory, love and
A round of applause for Professor Benjamin Ozuma. Thank you, great lion and lionesses. God bless you all.
Your Excellencies, my lords, your Royal Highnesses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to most respectfully invite the visitor to the university, who is here ably represented by Ozo FME Wokoye, to address the convocation, the representative of the visitor.
Well, I am here to present the address of the president, and I'm going to deliver it the way he has just said it. The apologies from him is that the state duties have not allowed him to be here. He personally would have loved to be here, knowing the love he has for this country. But duty has called, and he has asked me to render his apologies. The only thing we are going to miss here is just his look and his voice. But what he intends to tell you is exactly what I'm going to say to you here now. The Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu Adamu, the Enugu State Governor, the Anambra State Governor, ably represented by my own brother, Dr. Nkem Okeke, the Chancellor of the University, the Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Adeyeye Enichon Babatunde Ogunusi, Ojaja II, the Ooni of Ife, the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council, Chief Mike Olorunfumi, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, members of the State Executive Council here present, the Vice Chancellor, the University of Nigeria, and his management team, your Royal Highnesses, my lords, spiritual and temporal, lions and lionesses, the gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to address the 48th convocation of the University of Nigeria. I congratulate the graduating students, the proud parents, as well as the staff and management of the University of Nigeria for the successful completion of yet another academic cycle. These include sustaining the first position in the 2018 ranking of Nigerian universities by Google Scholar citations, and for numerous other accolades the University of Nigeria has continued to win nationally and internationally. I'm also pleased to hear about the spectacular achievements of this university in the areas of innovations, science and technology incubator, entrepreneurship, and science park development. I am pleased to note that your incubator, the Rural Nigeria Hub, and your science park, the Lion Science Park, are not only the first of their kind, but also the only such university-embedded centers to be established in sub-Saharan Africa. The University of Nigeria, being the first indigenous university in the country, will always be an institution of historical importance. We all recall with pride how Nigeria's first president, the Right Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and his contemporaries founded the university in the same week of Nigeria's independence in October 1960. The main mandate of the university, as spelled out by the founding fathers, was to address the manpower needs of the newly independent Nigerian nation. As you celebrate your 48th graduation of students, one can rightly confirm that you have lived up to this mandate, which has stayed relevant through the ages. I urge our universities to do more in addressing the needs and challenges of the country to enable us meet our goals and aspirations. As we all know, universities are centers of innovation all over the world, and our universities should not be different. Our country is currently bedeviled by problems of a poorly diversified economy, corruption and insecurity, ethnic tensions in various parts of the country. I have no doubt that our universities have a role to play in finding a lasting solution to these problems, and our first generation universities should lead the way in preferring solutions to these challenges. The federal government has been supportive of the growth of universities through its various interventions agencies in boosting infrastructure, research and staff development programs. Virtually all public universities in Nigeria are beneficiaries of state fund and needs assessment interventions in areas of construction of new academic buildings and rehabilitation of dilapidated ones, sponsorship of staff to trainings and conferences locally and internationally, sponsorship of academic staff to obtain higher degrees, and the funding of priority research activities in the universities. In the area of provision of sustainable power supply to aid teaching and research in the universities, the federal government has completed the energy audit of 37 federal universities and is set to award the contracts for the commencement of independent power RPPS in those universities. When completed, it would put an end to the perennial problem of power challenge in all federal universities in Nigeria, University of Nigeria inclusive. Federal government remains committed to the welfare of staff and students. I join all to understand that democracy is an ideal that calls for dialogue, regard for due process, and sanctity of rule of law. We must all share the attitude of confrontation and embrace dialogue to enhance and development of our educational institutions. Education is known as the antidote to poverty and ignorance, as well as the key to unlocking our natural resources. Government recognizes that Nigeria cannot strive for accelerated development without huge investments in education. It will be noted that education cannot be left to government alone because of its enormous financial involvement. The private sector must be actively involved in the task of providing quality education for Nigerians. Therefore, universities must define their roles and carve out a niche for designing programs that will progressively assist government in poverty reduction, health promotion, application of new technologies for advancement of knowledge, advancing equality, protecting the environment, promoting and sustaining human development, as well as enhancing good governance. In addition, universities must also leverage other relationships, such as alumni, friends, the private sector, institutional linkages, and funding organizations to attract additional revenue for infrastructure, research, and development. The universities are expected to develop patriotic ideas by identifying with the national cause and ensuring corporate discipline through competent management and accountability in their various operations. The university determines the quality of the future leaders of any nation. Other nations in Africa and the world are galvanized to higher levels of world recognition by their universities. Nigeria's tertiary institutions cannot afford to be different on this indispensable task. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since the session of this administration, government has not relented in its determination to fight corruption, ease infrastructural bottlenecks, improve the quality of education, provide adequate health facilities and other basic public services, and invigorate government institutions that service the public. Government is still pursuing its zero tolerance for corruption